Emily is starting off today in Ireland, just inaugurating its new president there, Emily.
Well, Connolly was inaugurated as Ireland's 10th president yesterday. Let's have a look at the Irish Daily Star. They have quite a good pun here, purple rain, quite a rainy day there during the inauguration. The Irish Daily Mail here also covering the story, using a quote from her first speech. The people have used their voices to shape a country we can be proud of. The Irish Times also covering her inauguration on the front page. It says the president should be a steady hand, but also a catalyst for change. And the phrase catalyst for change comes back a lot in the coverage and is taken from her speech in Dublin Castle yesterday. The Irish Examiner here, as you can see, taking it, catalyst for change. But above that phrase is an extract from her speech in Irish, which is actually a quote by Podrick Pearse, an Irish poet and one of the leaders of the Easter Rising in 1916, which translates as "a country without language is a country without soul." Now, the Irish language is something very close to Connolly's heart. She made Gaelic a central part of her election campaign, and that's something the Irish Times is discussing. One of her campaign pledges was to make Gaelic the working language of the presidency. Now, two language experts debate the pros and cons of that idea. One expert says it would be difficult to implement, but the other says that if there's a place where Irish should be spoken and cherished, it is in the Áras.
And Catherine Connolly, of course, took over from a widely appreciated president, Michael Higgins, of course.
Yes, of course. Higgins, very popular online and in Ireland. The Irish Independent here is celebrating the new chapter. It's going over Michael Higgins' 14 years as president. It says he met times of turbulence with equanimity and discusses his widespread popularity. Now, Higgins might have been very popular, but his dogs are even more popular, his Bernese shepherd dogs to be exact. And there's one clip that's going viral online today. As the former president left the Áras, he was welcomed by a Bernese shepherd dog guard of honour. I can show you a photo of all of them. They're lined up along the road as he left. Quite an adorable send-off there.
Oh, what a lovely way to send him off. Yeah, really, really nice. Now, to a long read, a worrying one that Emily has uncovered for us in The Guardian. What's this about then?
Yeah, this is potentially one of the most gruesome stories I've seen in a while, but important to talk about. In The Guardian here, it has an article looking at an investigation into alleged sniper tourism during the Bosnian War. Prosecutors in Milan are investigating a group of Italians who allegedly paid members of the Bosnian Serb army to organise trips to Sarajevo so they could kill civilians. Now, this took place during the 4-year siege of Sarajevo between 1992 and 1996, where more than 10,000 people were killed. Sniper tourists from Italy, but also other European countries, are alleged to have paid a lot of money to be taken to the hills around Sarajevo so that they could shoot at civilians for pleasure. Now, this investigation was initiated by an Italian author who was researching the case after he watched a 2022 documentary called Sarajevo Safari.
Disturbing story indeed. Artificial intelligence, we go on to now, continues to make headlines around the world, including in Humanité today. What do you have for us?
Yeah, loads of stories on different aspects of AI. It's on the front page of Humanité here in France. It calls artificial intelligence a Trojan horse against the job market. It says AI offers an excuse for mass layoffs and that young professionals are the first on the firing line. It says that tech giants, not AI, are those responsible for the infamous jobpocalypse. Now, youth unemployment in the US, for instance, has gone from 4.8% to 5.8% in a year alone. And it says that regulation is needed to ensure that the job market can stay accessible. Time magazine, though, says that regulation is not enough and that AI morals are needed. The article says that what's missing is not another rule book, but a human moral compass. The danger, according to this article, is not that machines develop too much intelligence, but that we stop exercising our own. Well, the new Scientist is talking about our intelligence and artificial intelligence. It says that AI is reducing our ability to think think clearly and critically, but there are some benefits to it. The article says that cognitive offloading, as in using AI to reduce mental burden, could help us improve mental accuracy and efficiency. All this to say that AI is not necessarily making us stupid, but the way we are using it might be.
Stop using it, that'll help, wouldn't it? Good sides and bad sides to the technology then, but it's not something to be played around with, is it?
Definitely not something to be played around with. Let's have a look at this article in Empire here. The Toy Story gang is terrified by the new nemesis, screens. Now, the trailer for the next Toy Story film, Toy Story 5, has been released, and we've been able to get a sneak peek about the new baddie on the block. Let me introduce you here to LilyPad. This is the new baddie, a high-tech speaking tablet, which is causing terror among the old-school toys. Woody, Buzz and Jessie are forced to face their worst nightmares when an 8-year-old Bonnie gets addicted to her new tech toy. You'll have to wait until June, Stuart, to find out what happens. Hopefully she can get off her screen.
Very, very topical, I have to say. Hopefully there'll be a good solution to that. I'm sure there will. Always a happy ending at the end of Toy Story, isn't it? Emily with the papers of France 24. A lot more coming up, but do stay with us after the break.